Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, my name is Charlene, and I'm very sorry, but Miss Michelle is actually sick right now.
Okay,
So I'm going to be your sub teacher. Don't worry, only for today.
okay,
Yeah, she was actually complaining about her health earlier, and she told me if I can handle the class. So yeah. Anyway, your name is, let me just go ahead and check, Lee. Is that correct?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
You just call me Lee.
Lee. She gave me a bit of introduction about yourself. She mentioned that you're a professor,
A teacher.
a teacher. Okay, nice to hear that. I know that you've been talking to Miss Michelle for quite some time now. I mean, a bit long because I browsed your book and you have already discussed a lot of things to her. So, how are you today? How's your Monday?
Yeah, good.
Mm,
Just a busy day, just as usual.
a
Yeah,
busy
because
day.
yeah,
Why?
because in school,
Okay.
it, when I think now it's almost in the midterm
Okay.
in
Midterm.
our school. Almost
Mm,
maybe 1 month we will have the midterm test.
okay. I hope you don't mind me asking. I'm just curious. Are you teaching high school, elementary, university,
College.
college students? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you really prefer to teach college students?
Yeah,
Why?
because I
hmm
I prefer teach, not to handle control students. If you teach in high school or
Okay.
elementary school, you have to deal with many things about the students.
I am
Not
actually a high school teacher, and
okay.
I really wanted to become also like you to teach university students because I think they're interesting and less hassle to teach. I'm not sure. That's just my opinion. So in your case, but did you have any experience teaching high school or elementary students before?
Yes,
And what's the
I
difference?
I taught in a high school for 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
For 12 years.
yeah,
Okay.
12 years.
What made you decide to quit teaching high school?
Just like I mentioned, because you have to spend a lot of time to take
Mm-hmm.
care of them, not
Mm-hmm.
their study, but everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't like I don't like teaching and research.
I see. That's also basically correct because well, I quit teaching in a formal school anymore because I've been teaching for almost 10 years and I gave birth last year
Mhm.
and nobody can take good care of my baby, so I have to stay at home all the time. But I'm
Okay.
planning to go back teaching probably by next year because she's still very young and I want to spend time with her because child is really, it's very fast. Like I just I just woke up that she's already 1 year old as fast as that. So I
Mhm.
want to spend more time with my daughter. Okay. Now you are teaching university students. So how long have you been teaching college students?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. And are you
Yeah.
enjoying that?
So far, yes.
Okay. What is the subject or major that you're, dealing with?
Finance.
Finance. Oh, that's very
Yeah.
tough.
For many people, yeah. Finance and but most time I research interest is about
Mhm.
derivatives. Do you know?
Relatives, not
Yes.
really sure. But was it the
about
same? What is was it the
about
same subject?
it's about futures and options, warrants.
Is it not probability or statistic? It's different.
Pardon?
Probability. It's is it different? I'm not sure because
Oh, different. It's
I'm not
different.
good at that subject, and I'm not really interested because I think most of the Filipino hate finance, accounting, math. Just to be general, most of the Filipino hate math, hate financial thing. Okay, and was it the same same subject that you were teaching before during your teaching days in high school?
No,
It's different.
it's different. Yeah. When I taught in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I taught about computer,
A computer.
some software, not
Okay.
not not very hard, just some software like Word, Excel,
Mm-hmm.
Access.
Mm-hmm. Was it the same major that you had way back college? Which one is
No,
more
no,
related? It's also different. Okay.
yeah, but in
Mm-hmm.
finance, I need use computer a lot
Okay.
because I have to coding and to calculate something. So I also know how to code or
All
coding,
right, I see. Okay,
programming.
what are the advantages of of working from university students? Because you wouldn't quit, right? Teaching high school if you think that there are no advantages of teaching university or college students.
Pardon? I'm not getting
What
your question.
Okay, what are the advantages? What are the good
Uh-huh.
things? Okay, benefits of teaching university students.
When I taught in high school, every week I have to teach about maybe
Hmm.
15, 15
Okay.
hours.
Wow.
Yeah, but in college maybe only 9 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have more time to do some research.
Oh, so it's shorter. Okay. That's really nice. So you have time for your family. I know you're married. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah, so you have more time, okay, with your family. Really cool. Okay, well, I hope that I can also work or teach college students. I had an experience, but it's just for part-time job. That was a long time ago. I also enjoyed that, but yeah, I'm just very happy that you're also a teacher.
Yeah.
And yeah, Miss Michelle told me about the lesson, and I'm not sure if it's correct, but she provided a homework to you. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but there are some problem
What is the
problem
problem?
because when I try to listen
Mhm.
to the file
I was
and
mm,
it doesn't work, it shows some problem. I don't
some
know how
errors.
I don't know what problem, and it recommend me to use another app to
Another
play the
app.
file.
Okay,
Yeah,
no worries. I actually forgot. What page are you in now with this book? I just read that earlier. I'm
the
sorry.
homework is on the page 13.
Okay, page 13, so I'm right.
Yeah, but I finished maybe 60%.
60%.
Yeah, I mean, when I listen to some part, it just doesn't work.
That's
So
okay.
I,
I just want to hear it. So
so
what did you
yeah,
hear from according to the 60% that you have listened?
because I think I finished about a time.
Yeah.
And George just about his experience.
Okay. So where is that on letter F?
Later F.
Wait a moment. Page number 13. But you have
Third.
finished 13, correct? Because we need
Uh,
to. Mm-hmm.
I just read about their question, so almost I can answer most of the question, I think.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. So let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, can you
So
read that?
okay, the new company is in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I heard the guy say he moved from Chicago to New York or New York to Chicago, but I
Okay.
remember it's New York.
All right. Yes. Do you have any plan of working abroad? How about that?
Pardon?
Do you have any plan of working abroad? Just like also in New York. I think your
Yeah.
future is okay now.
Couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
when I just got my PhD, and there is a opportunity in Thailand.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I just sent my Vita resume to them, and they asked me go to there for interview, and they will pay a ticket.
Oh, so what happened?
But my wife so angry.
Your wife didn't like you to work abroad.
Yes.
Okay, but everything is okay. Like,
Yeah.
your transportation, accommodation, place. Okay. Did you regret that? Your
No.
decision? No. Why?
Yeah. Because just a chance,
Hmm.
but nobody know what will happen. So, but
Okay.
I can pretty sure if I went to there,
Hmm.
maybe it will affect my marriage. I think.
Yes. So it's gonna be family first, right?
Yeah.
Because you became successful working abroad, but your marriage, got broken because of really far relationship. And
Yeah.
I'm not really into LDR or long distance relationship because most of the time it's not really become successful. It's only for really strong people, but I don't know. Okay, it's just based on my opinion. There are a lot of relationships got really broken because of that, and I think it's just really hard, especially if you're working from a different time. Let's say you're working in the U.S. and then your wife is in Taiwan. It's totally
Yeah.
opposite,
Yeah. Exactly.
so you will not have time to talk to each other because if it's morning there, it's gonna be night in Taiwan. So she
Yeah.
might feel
Yeah.
sleepy.
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
big problem.
Well, in my case, I have an experience working abroad. I work in China for 5 years.
In China?
Yep, in Shenzhen. And a
Okay.
few months from other countries like Singapore, Malaysia.
Uh-huh.
And I also visited Taiwan already. I know Miss Michelle is living there. Do you have any opportunity to see her? But I think she's very busy.
Mhm.
Very busy person. Okay, great. So, if you have an opportunity, okay, Lee, where do you want to work? New York, Chicago, London, and why?
Yeah, I like to experience some different environment,
Where?
especially
What's
I
your dream
think
country?
I think New York.
New York. Oh my gosh, it's everybody's
Yeah,
dream to get there.
because there is uh there is a biggest financial market there.
So it's gonna be related to your profession.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do number two.
Okay. Tom has a lot of computer skills.
Computer skills. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you are also very knowledgeable about computer. Since you
Knowledge.
were knowledgeable, you are really good at computer.
I'm not sure if it's good,
Can you
but
fix
I
some problems with computer, like a hardware
yeah,
problem?
yes, yes.
Mm,
Most
good
time,
to
if
you.
my family has computer problem,
Hmm.
they will ask me.
Good, because in my case, since I don't know this, my husband doesn't know also anything about computer, so
Uh-huh.
we need to ask someone to have it repaired, and it's not good because sometimes we need to look. Well, it's just basically happening in the Philippines. We need to really look after who's doing the hardware
Mhm.
part because that person might steal something from the computer inside, especially and some expensive parts because it happened to me before. I did not watch someone doing that, and then a very important part of my computer lost, and I cannot explain why. Okay, so let's do number three.
But in college, Tom worked at a restaurant.
Right. Did you ever experience having part-time job when you were still studying?
I, no, yeah, for a short time, about maybe 2 months.
About 2 months. Is it popular to have
Yeah,
part-time job for university students? Because I know in Japan it's very popular, also in
yes,
Korea.
yes. In Taiwan also, many students have a part-time job.
How many months did you work?
Just 2 months.
Well, that's really short. Why
Yeah,
did you quit?
mm, because just the company my is my friend's company.
Okay.
So he asked me if I have time, I can go to there for the summertime. Yeah.
Okay, I see. I had an experience, but just about tutoring students. So when I was in college, I was tutoring children to teach, I mean to learn English because the
Mm-hmm.
parents are talking to me. It's a nice job because I was able to enjoy my college because of the money I'm earning. I can travel with friends. Yeah, at the same time I don't need to ask for my allowance, and it's very helpful. Okay, so next number four.
Okay, Mark doesn't ask Tom about his topic. Let me see. Personality.
Mark does not ask Tom about his personality. Okay, let me just go ahead and check the answer. So, were you able to listen until this part? Were you able?
What?
Hello? Were
Hello, hi.
okay, were you able to still listen until this part?
Uh, because number four, I heard in the first they discuss about race me,
Okay.
and they also discuss about experience, but I didn't heard about the personality.
All right, good. That's gonna be personality, okay?
Yeah,
What are the things that you don't like about people, about friends, the personality that you hate?
noisy.
Mm, especially for your students,
Yeah,
you hate.
until.
Oh my gosh, I think I was really noisy when I was a student. You will hate me way back then. Why? What if the students are smart and she just probably loves talking?
Because I don't like be interrupt when I'm teaching.
Mm, how did you feel? Feel disrespected?
Pardon?
Did you feel disrespect whenever someone is talking
Yeah, yes,
and you're
yes.
also talking? Okay, understand. All right. Same thing with me, of course. I don't also like that. Um, It really pisses me off. Okay, so number six. Sorry, number five.
But no, I think I don't heard about that. George part, I only less heard about experience.
Okay, George says he was very busy in college.
Okay.
Okay, which is more difficult for you because we have different education system, Lee.
Mm-hmm.
In the Philippines, university is more difficult. Okay, a lot difficult compared to high school. But when I ask
Mm-hmm.
my students in Korea, they think that being high school is a lot, you know, it's really a lot difficult than college. College is like so to them. So it's quite opposite in the Philippines because just like what I've said, university is more difficult. In Taiwan, which one is more difficult? Being high school or being college?
I think in high school is more difficult.
Oh, same with Korea and Japan.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Mhm.
in high school you
Mhm.
have to get a high score
Mhm.
and that you get into a good university or college.
Mhm.
So you have many things to study,
You know
not
what?
just wide, maybe deeper.
Yeah, it's the same explanation of my students. Okay, yeah. So that's because the education system, most of these countries are really different from us. Because I know that in your university, is this correct? Because this is basically in Korea. In their university, you could not go to university if you were not able to pass the exam. You need to
Yes,
take it next year again. You
yes,
need to wait. My gosh. Because us, it's not difficult at all. Like, there are so many universities. You need to choose which university you would like to study. So, example, you did not pass from this university, you can still apply to another university, another application for another university until you pass to a
okay.
university that's suitable, that suits your grades. I think that's the reason why you guys feel really burden of studying because you need to really pass.
Yeah, so people said in Taiwan, get get into college is hard, but get out from college is easy.
Oh, okay. Um, is it possible about this one? Example, you took this as your major, let's say finance, okay, as your
Mhm.
major. Can you change major when you become second year college or third year college?
Yes, you
Oh,
can
okay.
change your major, but
Mm-hmm.
you have you must have a good score in your
Mm-hmm.
first year. But some people say it's a little weird
Mm-hmm.
because most time you like to change your major just because you are not interested about what you study now.
Yes.
So you may not get a good score this moment.
Right.
But the school will ask you if you have a good score in the first year, then you can decide to change your major to another department.
Okay. And is it easy or not?
If you have a good score,
It's
it's easy.
okay. I
Yeah,
see. Oh, so it means that you really need to think twice before you take that major,
yeah.
if you really like it or not. Okay. So, probably that's the reason why there are some students who became already a graduated, I mean, who reached being fourth year student, senior, but when you ask them, they still don't like their major. Probably they were being forced because of the grades.
So now in Taiwan, some university have some different
Rules, system.
strategy.
Uh-huh. What do you mean?
So when the student get into the school in the first year, we don't divide it into different departments. They can
Oh.
choose their major in the second year.
Mm, okay. Which is also a perfect opportunity for those students who cannot make up their mind yet.
Yes, yes, yes. So I think it's better for student and for school.
Right.
It's
So okay. So it's also different from us because here you can actually do that. It's just that I don't like to do that. Even I did not really like my major way back then because I don't want to extend another year. Because
mhm.
when you change your major, definitely the subjects will be changed. So you need
Mhm.
to extend another year for that. So my parents are waiting for me to be graduated. So I could not do it. I cannot afford to change my major. All right, let's do the last one.
That's when George has a good I don't know
What do you
position.
think? Look, for the position.
I guess it's personality.
Yes, it's the personality.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, when you're considering for application to another company, what are your considerations? What are the things that you're looking for? Is it are you after the salary, the environment, the job itself?
I think if I apply a position,
Hmm.
I will care about if the job is fit me.
Hmm. As long
So
as.
I will consider about my personal personality because I think every job
Hmm.
has their own characteristic.
Characteristic. Hmm.
Yeah. So not not fit for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will consider that not just about the salary.
Okay,
Yep.
me too.
Or just like when I apply a teaching
Hmm.
position,
Hmm.
I will care about which department and what I'm going to teach.
Oh, so you mean that your university or the school was the one who chose for the subject?
Yes, because in the
Um,
first the school will ask your background. Maybe it's management.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if your background is management, then you are qualified.
Oh, it's really really different. Okay, I'm learning things. Okay.
So sometimes they have some position. Not all the position is
Mm-hmm.
100% fit you,
Mm-hmm.
but you can pick some position is maybe 80% or 90% is
Okay,
fit you. Yeah.
I see. Which basically there are also good things or bad things about that. Good thing is because it's it's a brand new, like a fresh start. Everything
Mm-hmm.
would be fresh. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
very eager to learn because you need also to study about that subject, right? Because it's gonna be new for you. At the same time, my concern is that what if you did not like the subject at all? Probably you need really to extend extend your willingness to teach that subject, which is basically also a good thing. Anyway, alright. So let's try to complete each sentence with a word from the box, and you will use
Oh,
some words more than once. You're gonna, of course, create your own sentences based on these words. Let's have number one.
okay. Number one, Tom talks mostly about his, I'm not sure, maybe experience because I remember Tom talked about
Mm,
he has a convenience store part-time job in college and restaurant job in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the best experience that you've had teaching high school students for 12 years?
Yes, I think because I have 12 years teaching experience,
Mm-hmm.
so when I first time stepped on the college stage,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid anything.
Okay. But of course, you wouldn't stay there for 2 years if you also did not like it. Okay, number two.
Number two, Tom has a lot of useful skills for web design.
Do you have any idea about this one, web designing?
Pardon?
Do you have any skills about web designing? I know that you taught
Yeah, yeah,
computer.
a little because I'm interested. So
Mm-hmm.
when I teach computer in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I learn a little about web design. So I know a little.
Did you learn it by yourself?
Yeah,
Oh, you're
I just buy
great.
some book.
Oh, you're great.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I think maybe 12, maybe 15 or 16
Mm-hmm.
or almost 20 years ago, we don't have YouTube. So we don't have Google. So
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
find anything from internet. So I can only learn those things from from books.
That's actually right. You can actually learn a lot of things from YouTube. Like, if I don't know how to cook a certain food, it's just very easy. I am just going to search for the process in YouTube, and yeah, it's very useful. There are so many videos. So
Yes, you can even just put your cell phone beside in your kitchen.
yeah. Oh, do you know vlogger? That word.
Yeah, yeah, I know blogger.
Yeah. Um, they're earning a lot of money. They're just talking in front of their camera. I am kind of envy them.
Yeah, you can try, I think, because in on the internet there are many people teaching English.
Yeah. I'm planning to have my own channel or own YouTube account, but not right now because probably my baby always interrupt me whenever I'm going to do that. It's just that I envy them because they earn a lot of money at the same time. It's not very stressful at all because they have their own time.
Hmm.
What time do you work anyway?
What time? Every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. What time do you usually go to work? What's your normal schedule?
I wake up about 6:30 and I leave my home 6:40
Mm.
and I had to drive about 1 hour to my school.
Oh, you're driving.
Yeah,
Okay. I see. So an hour is quite mm, far because you're already driving, right? So an hour is kind of, is it because of traffic or it's just it's quite far?
far. It's
Oh.
about almost 60 kilometers.
Oh. So why did you work for that?
Pardon?
Why did you work for that company if it's very far? Is it because that is your first choice? You really like that?
Because I like teaching.
Okay. So anyway, an hour is not really bad at all because there are also
Hmm.
much farther. I used to work for 3 to 4 hours every day going to my work and another 3 to 4 hours going back. That's the worst ever experience I had. Okay. So let's have now number three.
Number three, Tom does not have the experience
Experience.
necessary for the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
George had blank had experience as an office assistant in an advertising agency.
Good. Let me just check. Okay, last part.
But George's blank does not related to advertising. I guess it's education.
Correct. It should be education. George's education does not relate to
Mhm.
advertising, which is also what happened to you because your major is different from what you're doing right now, right?
Uh, not
Finance?
really.
Ah, no, 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 sorry. It should be computer,
My
which
major is finance. Computer is my hobby, my interesting.
so your major is
My
related.
major
Related.
it yeah, it is finance related to my what I'm teaching.
Okay. But which is more interesting for you, computer or finance?
Most the most interesting is I can combine them.
Oh, you're so good. Okay. So this time Lee, I would like you to make your own example, okay, about education.
Mm-hmm.
Describe an education system in Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe it to me? Describe the education system in Taiwan.
Okay. In Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
we have a preschool. It's about maybe 3 years old to six,
Mm-hmm.
and couple years ago, you the family have to pay the first year by
Mm-hmm.
themselves, and our government will pay most of the fee about the second and third year in the preschool.
Oh.
Yeah, but now I remember maybe including the first year because our government hope first year is about the kids 3 years old. I think our government think maybe he is better to stay with their parents, their family. Yeah,
Okay. It's
and
mm-hmm.
and then elementary school is about 6 years, maybe from 7 years old to 13,
Okay.
and then junior high 3 year and senior high three
Mm-hmm.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Kind
and
of really
and
different.
in Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
when you graduate from junior high, you have to pass a big test, and it will design what junior high school you can study.
Okay.
And
It's
in Taiwan, we have many so-called
mm-hmm.
top, maybe top senior high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you study in the top, maybe top three, you almost get a guarantee you will have a good chance to a good university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I now understand the reason
Mm.
why students are really, really um focused, okay, with their study. 6 years. We don't have middle school here during my time, so it's gonna be elementary 6 years, high school fourth year, college fourth year.
Mhm.
That time we don't have middle school yet, but now we have middle school in our curriculum.
Mhm. After high school, we have a 2 years college and 4 years college.
Hmm. And what happened?
Yeah, because long time ago, our government hope if you don't like to study and you can go to study a 2 year college, it will training you know some skills
Hmm.
like mechanic, like maybe some engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and they focus on handmade. They will teach how to operate the machine.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you like to study and you can go to university, they will study more about the theory. And then maybe if you are interested about research and you can study the master degree in the future and maybe later PhD, do some about research job.
Okay, since you have mentioned about master's degree, because in the Philippines, you could not teach university students if you don't have master's degree. Is it the same thing also in Taiwan or it's different?
What school? What kind of school?
Like a university school, but if it's especially those really big universities.
Okay, in Taiwan, they now we have a little different
Mhm.
from before.
Mhm.
Before you, if you want to teach in college or university, you need to have a master degree at least.
Okay, that was
And
before.
but
Mhm.
yeah, but now if you have some spatial skills,
Uh-huh.
and
Mm.
they will give you a different, just like a license, but not how to, I just forget the term. When you graduated, the school will give you a piece of,
Piece of you're a bachelor what?
yep,
Mhm. So you're a
to improve you got the degree,
yeah, bachelor degree.
bachelor
Mhm.
degree,
Yeah.
yeah. So before you only you have the degree you can
Yep.
teach.
Mhm.
But now if you have some
Skills.
skills, they will give you just like a license, and you can teach in this school. They can hire you.
I
For example,
see.
if you are very famous chef,
Uh-huh.
you are
Of
very
course.
you can cook very delicious.
Mhm.
You work for some five-star hotel for
Mhm.
many years,
Mhm.
so they will hire you, and you can teach in some university, teach about your skill.
Okay, which is actually very fair because um if you have the skills, it would be easier for you to work, right? From
Mhm.
I mean in the school, which is kind of different here. Yep, so that's the reason why I need to finish my masters because I haven't finished that one yet. For me to be able to teach university students, I'm kind of lazy to do it, to be honest. Okay. So, now Lee,
Yes.
let's talk about the next one. Okay, we're done with that part. So go online to listen to what makes a good manager. Were you able to listen to this one in advance?
I don't get it.
Okay. Um, did you listen to letter Q already? Listen to what makes a good manager and check your comprehension. Were you able to listen to this one or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
is it very long?
I don't know.
So we can try that, listen to that, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm also going to listen.
Well,
But
you,
I think okay, because we don't have really much time. It's more
yeah.
like 10 more minutes. So I'm just going to ask you questions, and I think Miss Michelle will just be the one to discuss it. In your own opinion, let's just have this way. In your own opinion, what makes a good manager to you, a good boss to you?
A good boss.
Yeah, characteristics of a good boss.
Oh, yes. I
Mhm.
think I need a dictionary
Okay.
because there are many words I don't know how to say in English. So, thoughtful. A good boss may need to give uh, need to have a thoughtful personality
Mm. Why?
and
Mm-hmm. Hello, are you still with me? Hello? Hello?
yeah and accept
Mm-hmm.
comments your employees comments.
Oh, okay. Who is the best manager or boss you've ever had, and why this person is really nice or good? Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, because most time I work in school, so
You
it's
don't
hard
have
to
you
describe.
don't have
Yeah,
manager there.
yeah,
So who is
yeah.
mm,
In school you have a supervisor,
yeah, the supervisor.
but I think they are kind of a little different from work in some industry. They are
If
little different.
yeah, if you were working for 12 years from high school, right?
Yeah.
From high school students, okay, and now working from university students.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? I think okay, sorry, it's just the same one because you both are schools. So you really did not have a boss, right? You never
Yeah.
experienced to have a boss. So probably it's just the principal,
Colleague.
yeah, colleague. So how's your colleague? How's your colleague now in university? Because you're there for 2 years, but come to think of that, from your
Mm-hmm.
previous company, it's 12 years. So how was the reaction? What was the reaction of your colleagues in the high school department when they found out that you will quit working from
Yeah, I
them?
think they are very different
Mhm.
because in university or in college, between the colleagues, I think in my case, I
Mhm.
don't have much interaction with my colleague.
Mhm.
Yeah, but when I was worked in high school, I have many interaction with my colleague because most of the teacher
Mhm.
also work as a tutor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to tutor in a class,
Mm.
and my colleague also. But everyone has different profession. So I sometimes teach my colleagues class.
Really?
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
so sometimes I have some problem with the student, and I
Mhm.
will discuss with my colleague,
Mhm.
and they do too. So we have more interaction in high school, but in college we don't have the problem.
So it's
Student
now
is student, teacher is teacher.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we don't have much interaction.
Okay. So Lee,
Yep.
for my last question, okay? Um, how do you see yourself 5 years from now? Do you think that you're still working from that school, or you think that you will be working abroad?
Abroad, I don't think so, but change it to another school maybe.
Why? Why
Yeah,
again?
because now. the school is a little far from my home.
Ah,
Yeah.
so that's
So
proximity reason.
yeah. So if possible, if I have the opportunity, yeah,
Hmm.
I will change to another school.
Are there a lot of better universities near from your school? I mean, from your house.
Yes,
So since
especially
mhm,
if we have some public school.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so are you working from private
Yeah.
university?
Yeah.
I see. Which is more, which is better, working from public in Taiwan or in
Yeah.
private?
In public school, most of the public school is better than private
Hmm.
school.
Is it because of the benefits?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. All
And
right. Mm-hmm.
because the student study fee is more cheaper, so most of the student first choice is public school.
Okay, and I think the benefits is also a lot better, right? The benefits, especially if you're planning to get retired from working.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
my father is also working from a public, and the benefits are really good compared to private. But definitely, your job is really good, and since you have a lot of experience, I think it would be easier for you to work there in public.
yeah. I hope so.
Why you hope so? You're not sure about that.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yes. I actually really enjoyed talking to you. Miss Michelle is right that you love sharing stories. You are so expressive because I was hesitant to accept the class because I know that you've been with her for so many days already, weeks. So yeah, my takeaway is that you're already good at English. It's very, very obvious that you're good at English because it's easy for you to communicate with me and
Okay.
easy for you to create your own sentences based on your experience. So it's just that more practice, much better, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And I'm not going to give you any homework since you're going to talk to Miss Michelle after this. But before I say goodbye to you, Lee, do you have any questions?
No,
And
thank you.
no worries. Are you going to sleep after this class, after this session?
No, not yet. It's
Oh,
too early.
it's you mean 10 p.m. to you is still early?
Now just 9:54.
Oh yeah. What time do you usually sleep?
About 12.
Oh, and then you usually wake up at 6 a.m. Is that right?
6:30.
6:30. Okay. I always wake up at 4 in the morning because I need to do a lot of things.
Okay.
But anyway, thank you so much
Thank
and
you.
yeah, enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah.
And yeah, no
Same
questions.
thing.
Thank you so much, Lee. Enjoy the
Thank
rest of
you.
your day. Bye.
Okay, bye.